Uh, hey guys. Yeah, this series isn't, it's not dead. Who told you that? I know it's been a while since, I last did a video on Kuro 2 slash Daybreak 2. It's been so long that we actually have a official name for it now. I need to ask you guys a very important question, so please don't skip this segment or close out of the video. I need everybody's feedback. Because I'm still super early in this game, changes can be made, and it won't really be too much of a big deal. When I originally started this series, I thought it would be a good idea to just, play through each chapter slash act on my own time. That way I get to just, casually enjoy the game. I get to let things simmer in my brain for a bit. I get to maybe come up with a couple little jokes or something to add. But now that I think about it, and especially with what I've heard from Act 3, and how supposedly long that act is, I don't necessarily think that will be a good format idea going forward. If people like this format, then yes, I'll keep it the same. It'll just, take a while for them to come out, because I gotta chunk through the game on my own while still working on other things. But I thought maybe we could change the format and we could just revert this series to a traditional style of a Let's Play, where I play through the game for, an hour, maybe 2 hours, commentate over it, and then cut out all the fluff. Or I figured this would be like a last resort kind of thing. If you guys are just kind of sick of waiting around for these to come out, the third and final nuclear option would be to just terminate this series cold turkey, and I play through the entire game on my own and then just do a review of the whole game, which I'm going to do a review regardless. But I do want to sort of just get a pulse on how you guys are thinking and what you guys would prefer to see from me going forward with this series. Now, with that out of the way, let's get into this, shall we? So, when it first popped up, it was like, oh, there's different sides? And okay, so one of them is Van, and the other is Swin with Nadia and Elaine, right? Yeah. And I was like, well, Nadia is in this one, so I might as well pick the boring option first. Also, I really wanted to go and see Messeldam. That was really what I wanted to see first. Also, Judith is there. Can you blame me? Oh yeah, first we get like this kid running off with some kind of briefcase. Now the funny thing is, when I first saw him, I was like, why does he kind of look familiar? But I was just like, well, it's probably just coincidence. There's probably some like reused character model or something. He probably has the face of somebody else. Ooh, new music hype. I love this jazzy bar stuff, man. I don't know who does this one, if it's Koguchi or Sonata. Oh yeah, we get this segment. Well, I'm like, what the heck? We're just being thrown right into the thick of it, aren't we? And then Judith pops in, saving Nina. Oh, but wait, where's the camera angle? Right there, camera angle. Oh yeah, then she saves Nina, they jump off the ship. More nice camera angles, and cut. And we come to find out this was them recording a shoot for a movie. Nina and Judith are doing like a collab that Mr. Goat had the bright idea of setting up to pull in more fans. Greasy man, yes. He is very greasy. Look at his chest hair. Oh yeah, the Dominique shows up. Judith, the grandmother. She looks like a proper Osakan grandmother with that leopard coat. Oh, she seems cool. She does something insane later. Oh right. Quattro is doing the editing for the video. Hey Quattro, how much do you charge per hour? I need a video editor. Okay, yeah, so Quattro shows up to Messeldam to allocate where Van is. Van is chilling with Judith. Yeah, because they're in Messeldam, I believe, to locate the, what did they call it? The secret of Almata? Or the remnants of Almata? Or the treasure of Almata? I forget what it was called. It was something left behind by Almata. And as we know from the previous game, Messeldam was their original stomping grounds. And this place has a very seedy reputation as being very in touch with the underbelly of the world, which is why Van is here. Because Van has his hands in all the cookie jars. Okay, yeah, and Van is about to let them know of the Genesis reacting, the stuff with the Grendel, the red one. Yeah, every time it reacts, it uses Agnes as a base. So Agnes absolutely has some kind of resonance with these. I mean, obviously she's related to Professor Epstein, who's her grandfather, so it probably has something to do with, like, the Genesis reacting to her, maybe her DNA? Her biological configuration? Oh, they're talking about the scandal with Maxim Lugin. Judith is very scared of her grandmother. As she should be. Is this, not Reset, the other one? Mirabelle. No, oh no, it's Goach. Yeah, one of the actors was late, so he was asking Van to be his substitute. Yep, Van even does his own stunts. He's pretty cheap. Oh, she was a chanson singer. This is when I was just looking around at everything. Of course, I had to go fishing. Orid, Lamon, Ramiferia. It's a gateway to the north. Yeah, the North Sea. Because yeah, Northumbria did say they had the capital, Haliask, right? Was like a pretty big fishing. Like Northumbria used to get most of their trade and stuff through the sea. Before, you know, the incident with the salt pail. I did a lot of fishing. I was looking at the map, just kind of looking at everything, being like, oh my gosh, just buying one of everything, like I always do. I was looking at the NPCs, just all the different, just the vegetables and the things that are just everywhere. There's Quincy Chips, the son of a. I wonder what happened to Elaine's father, and I wonder who's in charge of Quincy. It's probably just some like other, like CEOs. Like stepped in to fill his position, essentially. Kind of maybe kind of a similar situation with how like Rhineford is run, maybe. Oh yeah, and those things, they look like chocolate, like truffle things. They look pretty good. I wonder what's in those bottles, if it's condiments or maybe it's like beans. I know sometimes they keep beans in bottles, like glass jars like that, like dried beans. Oh, there's all kinds of just stuff to look at in here. All those books in there, no Woo Baby, unfortunately. all the fishing stuff. Oh yeah, I got so excited. I was like, ooh. All right, I bought the Tyrell news. I will read those later. All right. Yeah, and then these two. I think she's the storybook writer, or like she writes like children's comics or something. And she gets like she goes around to the different areas to get inspiration. Is what she tells everyone, but she really just wants to slack off. And this is where the seedy part of the city resides. There's like a brothel area down there, along with all kinds of like delinquents and stuff, talking about selling like gummies and drugs, and there's like graffiti all over the walls you can see everywhere. So yeah, it's not it's definitely not somewhere you want to accidentally turn and walk into at night, or even during the day, especially with this guy. He's just barking at all the girls, like, "Hey, you're attractive. Want to come? You want to come work in my store?" Yeah, he's pretty fearless, hitting on Judith. Oh yeah, here's the guy talking about gummies. Yeah, you want to buy some gummies? Yup, illegal drugs. Said this place used to be a breeding ground when A was in power. Club Barracuda. Oh, yep, and we get a slight recreation of Tharbad in here. Van's just going around asking for info on Almata. And the owner has some shady connections, of course. And talking about, yeah, the police really cracked down on Almata. A lot of the previous members were all arrested. Oh yeah, all these different movies. Oh, the one with the crop buncher is very sad. I think that's the one I went to see. No, Pawn. No, don't leave. No, he's just misunderstood. He's not a monster. He went into an empty, desolate field to let out his tendencies. No. Now he's gone forever. Why is the world such a cruel place? Judith was crying the whole time. It's okay, Judith. I'm there with you. Got some extra tissues. I love the movies in these games. They're just so good. Oh yeah, and this. Yeah, this was Francesca ends up being connected to Almata in a way. I think her father was somebody high up the totem pole. Oh, yes, and then we saw the Zecht Arms, a branch is here. Yeah, and then we got all the flashbacks to, yeah, Zecht Arms were the ones supplying Almata with their weapons. Which, I wouldn't be surprised, I don't know why I've never mentioned this before, but I wouldn't be surprised if Zecht Arms either has some kind of connection to Ouroboros, or they're one of the 13 factories. Oh yeah, and then we get the music box back. We reunite these two. She checks to see if the music box is actually the one that she was looking for, and to no one's surprise, not even Quattro, he's like, I saw this coming. I pre-played this game in anticipation of Cyrus playing it, so I already know all the details. Yeah, music boxes are very intricately crafted little devices. It's really impressive. Just the level of detail that goes into them, it's crazy. Yeah, Van already knew. Come on. But he still did it anyway. Oh, her father was the most powerful. Oh yeah, her father was Enrique. The previous, yeah, Dingo was going after him. Yeah, he used to be Almata's boss before Gerard came in and messed things up. That's right. Yeah, and he was this fearsome crime boss. But yeah, when he was at home, he's just a normal dude. So it's like, yeah, even people like this are still at the end of the day human, even despite all the horrible things that they do. They do still have some semblance of humanity to them. And then we run into Inspector Nate. Nate is the Gilbert of the police officers, except he's somehow even worse than Gilbert. At least Gilbert is fun and entertaining. Nate is just he's incompetent and unlikable. But we can still use him to our advantage. Oh right, yeah. Then I go back into the Marchengarten, and I think this is where we get the introduction of. Oh right, Swin and Nadia show up. So yeah, whenever we go into the Marchengarten, I don't care. I'm mispronouncing it. That's how I'm just gonna say it from now on. But whenever we go into here, everyone who we have that's playable at this point will be available to be used in the garden. Well, this is technically their first time meeting them, I believe. Oh yeah, analyzing, typo, the Mystic Cube, which is essentially this game's gacha mechanic. Yeah, all the shard tokens and stuff that we obtain throughout the game. Here's all the things that you can get. You can get all kinds of different like background music for the menus and the actual garden itself, to battles. You can get all kinds of different like outfits and stuff, and items and just things. Oh yeah, the training stones. Oh yeah, you can upgrade like the characters' crafts and stuff to make them slightly stronger. That's really cool. There's like different, yeah, there's different levels. There's like common, rare, and like super rare. So you really want to see like the rainbow colors. Let's see, what did I get the first time? Yeah, I got a rare one. So I got a bunch of training stones and ooh, infinity rage fragments. Nice. Yeah, sometimes you just get. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, I got a new I almost called it Master Quartz. A new hollow core. I couldn't think of the name. But yeah, here, and then Mare does opposed. You get a bunch of different just Sepith, and just look at all that stuff. Now, at this point, I don't get to turn these fragments into the full thing, because you need a certain number of fragments, actual usable items. That gets unlocked later. Mirabelle gives you that option. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, you can upgrade crafts and stuff here with the different training stones you get. That's really cool. Yeah, of course I had to max out Coin Bullet right away. That move is just too good. Oh yeah, here, shard tokens. Oh yeah, shard tokens and portals can be sensed in the real world. Yeah, so this is something I haven't talked about yet. Because when Trenchcoat Man turns into the Red Grendel, when he boots the Grendel, Mare says shard erosion. So I'm assuming, I'm going to take that literally, and I'm going to assume that the shards that are used to form not only just her, but maybe not her, but maybe just the Grendel's power itself manifesting it in our world, are a byproduct of the virtual world, in a sense, eroding the barrier to the real world, and that's how all of this stuff from the virtual world is leaking into the real world. Using that power is, in a sense, it's a form of anomaly, or no, what is the word that Trails uses? It's the thing that they called the Salt Pail. It was the Salt Pail, Pandemonium, Elysium. I forget the term that they used, but it's just basically an anomaly that isn't supposed to exist in this world, but because it is, it's affecting the real world in that way. So that's just very interesting to think about. So yeah, now there are different portals that you can use the shard search function to essentially access the garden through those places. And you can find little shard tokens just everywhere on the world, which is crazy for me, because I have to now go and search everywhere. But hey, if it means extra rewards, come on, brain, speak good, please. Don't fumble words now. If it means getting extra reward. Come on. Why is it so hard for me to say extra rewards? Yes, if it means me getting those extra thingy-mabobbers, I am all for, like, just gimmicks and gameplay mechanics like that. Oh, and then this is where I see Swin's S-Craft. He marks them all, and then he just does a bajillion slashes. Yeah, Joshua wishes he was as cool as Swin. It's gonna be interesting to see Joshua sharing Swin's like movements and stuff and animations. Just how closely, just how many of like Swin's animations will they reuse for Joshua in the Sky remake? And then yes, then I see Nadia's S-Craft. I love that look. Captain Kumaru. She has a giant army of teddy bears, and then she just throws the giant bear on top, and it blows up. That might be contender for best S-craft in the series. Oh yeah, and then I fought this guy again. Oh, and the cool thing is every time you go through, let's see where is it? Oh yeah, oh no, that's all I'm getting all the DLC stuff. I didn't see it. Ooh, tree at the farthest end. I actually forgot how good that final dungeon theme was. I actually set it as the exploration music for the garden, and I was like, dang, bro. Like I was blown away all over again. I was like, wow, I forgot how good this track was. It had been since Azure since I've heard that song, I believe. I don't think I've heard that song on its own outside of Azure. You could basically go through the floor of the garden, and every time you clear it, you'll unlock this little bonus that will either give you like an experience bonus or like a Sepith bonus every time you run through the area again, so that it gives you more incentive to do those lower tier areas. Of course, I had to visit the sauna. It's always good to take some time to relax. Restore body, mind, and spirit. That's the magic of saunas. No wonder Van likes them so much. Oh, okay, this is the section where I read the Tyrell news stuff. I thought this was a perfect little viewpoint, little vantage spot. Okay. International section, celebrating the 30th anniversary of the joint development agreement between Calvert and Ixs Aims. I don't think that's been brought up before. Maybe it was brought up last game in the newspaper somewhere. This year, 1209 of the Septian calendar marks the 30th anniversary of the signing of the joint development agreement between the Republic of Calvert and the Principality of Ixs Aims. As such, from the beginning of the year to the end of last month, the two countries welcomed each other's delegations with ceremonies, creating a colorful atmosphere of celebration. In mid-January, President Gramhart traveled to Ludos? Come on, past me. Skipping through these a little too quickly. In mid-January, President Gramhart traveled to Ludos. It's not an I, but maybe it's pronounced Ludos? Who knows? The capital of the Principality of Ixs Aims. Ooh, I hope we get to visit that one day. Where he visited Kai, maybe? Ooh, yes, maybe. Where he visited different locations and met with... Oh, Grand Prince Salman. Is that Sharid's father? Maybe? Grand Prince Salman. Brother? He didn't mention he had a brother, did he? Because we see Zita is there in the picture. That's his sister. That's a point he shares in common with Olivier. They both have little sisters. Later held a conference with Crown Prince Sharid to announce the signing of a partnership agreement on infrastructure development and resource studies. Wonder if they'll be building... Can you build, like, highways to... I mean, I guess there has to be a highway built to the capital, or else how else would you get there? By camel? I mean, it is a desert. How would you maintain a highway like that? I guess in this world, you would have like all kinds of like orbital technology and stuff that would probably keep like the sand off of the road, or like some kind of filtration system, or I don't know. The president expressed his confidence in furthering the agreement and joint development efforts in the coming era. Furthermore, His Highness was also able to reaffirm the friendly relations between the two countries and expressed his desire to develop a more open relationship with each other. The joint development agreement is rooted in the environmental and infrastructural improvements made to Ixs Aims and its surrounding areas by Professor Hamilton and the Verne Company after the Orbital Revolution. The greening of the Principality's capital, Ludos, and the improvement of its infrastructure has resulted in a significant number of new industries born within Ixs Aims, which in turn has benefited the Republic as well. Yes, it would. It would be a boom to the, not just the job market in general, but just the economies of both countries. Based on these accomplishments, the agreement aims to build on each other's strengths and develop the two countries together rather than providing one-sided support. I wonder if Gramhart used the funds, or some of the funds, from Erebonia in various projects regarding Ixs Aims. Since the signing of the joint development agreement, Ixs Aims' investment in Verne has been on the rise, and the success of Tharbad's resort development in such a short period of time is believed to be largely due to the agreement. Interesting. Much of the attention has also been directed at Princess Zita Asverl, who is in attendance at the ceremony. Many were impressed by the way she stood by and supported her brother, Crown Prince Sharid. Princess Zita is known to be a brilliant princess and is expected to have a promising future within the principality. Yes, and she's very obsessed with Z1 racing. I can't wait to see more with her. Be cute. According to the Ixs Aims embassy, Her Highness is also very interested in the culture and industries of the Republic and is currently visiting the nation on an inspection tour. Oh no. Where's Machias? Sharid, don't fail your inspection. You'll get blasted by Machias' Nerf gun. Okay, now we're into the culture section. Could the Z1 exhibition match pave the way for the finals? The Z1 exhibition race is being held today at the Grand Circuit. Yeah, okay, this was what we saw in the prologue. In the 12th district of Edith, and of course, Maxim won. Just as all the eyes are set on who will be the victor in the Z1 Racing final scheduled for next month, Maxim Lugan has already won 3 consecutive championships, and if he wins this year's final race, he will set a new record of 4 consecutive wins. But everything might change when the Fire Nation attacks, with the appearance of a new young racer that keeps gaining momentum and could prevent Maxim from winning his 4th championship. His name is Aslan, who competes for Ingert. He's only in his mid-20s. I'm already sus of him. Or a Boris member, maybe. Yet he's already accomplished a number of feats and records and is expected to be the favorite to take on Maxim. Is he the most powerful race car driver in the world? Is he the Kasim of Z1 Racing? This exhibition match will be the first time in a long while where Maxim and Aslan will be able to race against each other, which is why the event has caught the attention of many who believe it to be a prelude of what will happen in the finals next month. Ooh, cool. Economy! Vern's business is still thriving after the end of reparations. The beginning of the new year was marked by the end of the Erebonian Empire's reparations payments and concerns about the future of the Republic's economy. But one of the nation's most important companies, Vern, has reported a strong start to the year. Having secured sufficient internal reserves in recent years and completed the maintenance of its production infrastructure and markets, the company expects to expand its business at the same rate as in previous years, or even beyond, considering the wide availability of new products and the surge in demand from abroad. Yes, exports usually count for a wide amount of a company's total revenue streams. Moreover, the new T-phone, not the iPhone. I wonder if the T-phone also takes 40% of any transactions placed by consumers. Oh god, that's one thing I hate about like iPhones, is like any transaction that you make, like things are just artificially more expensive because Apple has to take a cut of everything, every transaction. Oh, you buy this thing on eBay? Well, they take a cut of that's supposed to go to the seller. Oh, you want to give this streamer a tip? Well, Apple takes a portion of that before it even gets sent to the streamer, which then Google takes a portion of that. So it's just like, man, they just want to suck money from everywhere they can. It's crazy how that is legal to me. Like, that doesn't seem like it should happen. But I mean, I guess we see it with like food delivery companies where they partner with various restaurants and stuff. And whenever you buy something through their app, if you compare the prices of something on, like, let's say Uber Eats to the price that's like on their online store or even in person, it's always like 20 or 30% higher on the app. But that's also the thing. That's not that's to help offset the cost, right? So they're essentially passing the cost of that on to the consumer, but Uber is then taking their whatever it is, 30-40% of that price, because they're acting as a middleman for the restaurant. That's why you see a lot of restaurants like posting notices in their windows like, hey, you want to order to go, call us directly. Don't go through Uber or any of these other various apps. Like, just please call us. You know? But it's just these apps, they're so convenient, man. It's really hard to not just click that app and go, yeah, I'm feeling like Mexican food today. The only thing that keeps me from doing it a lot is just with how expensive it is. Like, I will be in the mood for like a taco, just like one singular taco from this like local place, and by the time I get to checkout, it's like $20, and I'm like, what the heck? And I look at the fees, and there's like 20 different listed fees. It's crazy. Moreover, the new T-Phone, which was released last month, is a commercially available telecommunications device that utilizes the Republic's proprietary standard. And although there were initial concerns about delays in its release, the sales began at New Year just as expected, and it continues to sell well, which could be considered another one of Vern's aggressive economic efforts. Yeah, I mean, if you're able to sell these to the general public as essentially just like smartphones is what the comparison is in our world, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Vern's successful business results from the end of last year to the present are said to be due to reform efforts, including the reshuffling of executives, and the company is currently actively implementing various organizational improvements, notably the renewal of its board of directors based on several concerns that surfaced last year. Society section. Accidents and violent incidents continue to occur in the capital. Oh, this was from the result of Trenchcoat Man. Since the beginning of the year, there have been several accidents and violent incidents in the capital city of Edith that are thought to be the result of anti-social groups. Just yesterday, there was an explosion at a warehouse owned by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, but according to the authorities, it was an accident caused by negligence, not an act of terrorism. However, some citizens have voiced their concerns, wondering if the public security has deteriorated or if the economic boom has affected them psychologically. Because that is the thing, that's the scary thing with like terrorism and stuff. Accidents and stuff start to get skewed and viewed as terrorism. Like everything gets painted with that sort of. It's essentially what Gerard was super into: fear. If you can use fear to your advantage, you can do some pretty wild things. In response to such comments, the authorities said, "We are responding appropriately to each incident and accident, so we ask that you continue to live your lives peacefully to avoid any further confusion." I mean, really, what else can you tell people? You know, it's like you just keep going about your days, and you know we're trying our best to determine all these different things. Because as much as you want like the government or the police or whatever kind of like force that is in control of protecting the people, as much as you want them to stop things before they happen, they're mostly going to just be a reactionary to things that go on. And then it's up to the certain divisions within them to take all the clues and the info that they can gather from those incidents to then make various connections and attempt to solve things that way. But a lot of those things, they take time. It's not just like they see one thing and it's like, oh, it's that person who lives over in this house 3 cities away. It's not that easy. Unfortunately, I wish it was, but it's not. Advertisement. New stores opening in Trion Mall. Enjoy a pleasant time at the best venue overlooking the capital's famous landmark, Trion Tower. We get to actually visit the Trion Tower in this game, I think. The largest commercial complex in the capital, Trion Mall, is pleased to announce the opening of 2 new shops. Ooh, 2? Tell me more. The first store is the Vern Shop, which opened at the end of last year and is a direct subsidiary of the Vern Company, offering general sales and customer support for the latest generation of communication devices. The T-Phone, featuring the new standard in telecommunications developed independently by the Republic. If you are at all interested in the latest generation of communication devices, please visit and take a look at the T-Phone. Oh, right. That's right, they developed this without any sort of backing from the Foundation. They did this all on their own. Next up is the Liberal Antenna Shop, which opened in late January, offering a wide range of unique products and souvenirs shipped directly from the Liberal Kingdom. Van, we can't be loafing around in Messeldam. We gotta go back to Trion Tower. We gotta get some Estelle and Joshua merch. I hear they got some nice figures, as well as exhibits that allow you to enjoy some of the history of the kingdom without having to leave the capital. Ooh, I can't wait to visit that place. The store is so authentic that even the owner and staff are from Nani? They're from Liberal? Ooh, is it gonna be somebody that we know? Oh my gosh, who would that even be? Oh my gosh, Anton. Please let Anton be working there, although He's probably doing stuff with Sharon. Where did Anton go, by the way? I miss Anton. Ooh, maybe Ricky. Yeah, maybe because Anton is busy with Sharon. Ricky's like, all right, I'm gonna go do my own thing, and he went to Calvert and is working for a shop that sells liberal commodities. That'd be kind of neat. Okay, and then here's the one that we got from this chapter. Ooh, it's gonna be a lot of reading. Technology. T-Phone's soaring popularity surpasses initial expectations. It has been approximately 1 month since the civilian iteration of the cutting-edge Zypha standard, known as the T-Phone, hit the market despite its premium price tag. Oh yeah, how much would it be in terms of Mira? You think it's like... Because I'm just going to go under the assumption that Mira is essentially yen, so like 10,000 Mira would be $100, roughly. Maybe like a couple 100,000 Mira, maybe? Because they would have to at least be like a few $1,000s, I would imagine. Especially if it's premium. Shoot, I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 500,000 Mira for one of these bad boys. But these devices are flying off the shelves, man. Jobs pay good in this world, apparently. Prompting a surge in production to meet the overwhelming demand, just like the Switch initially. Man, remember when the Switch launched? You could not find those for weeks. Nintendo could just not keep up with the demand. Also, wasn't there... Yeah, there was something where, like, graphics cards and stuff, or, like, some kind of device that was used in the construction of the Switch was, like, they were having a hard time manufacturing them, I believe, because a lot of other, like, tech companies and stuff were also using them. The T-Phone originated from the 6th generation tactical orbment, adhering to the same standard as the original Zypha developed by the Verne Company. Its remarkable success can be attributed to its versatility and extensive range of functions, and Twitter, and its vast social media platforms, where you can post pictures of you fishing. Yeah. Traditionally, communication terminals have been associated with dated tactical orbments like the Arcus and the Enigma. Oof, shots fired. Offering nothing beyond basic calling, messaging, and simple photo capabilities. Damn, they're going in hard. They're like, yeah, look at how technologically advanced this sucker is. Oh, you could even Skype call your grandma. However, the Zypha and T-Phone come pre-equipped with an orbital network connection feature. Oh, Wi-Fi, heck yeah. Empowering users to customize their device through app installations. They boast considerable computing power, allowing for limited data processing capabilities. Man, they really are smartphones now. That's so crazy. In the past, concerns arose during the launch of the Zypha Standard project, particularly with the exclusion of the Epstein Foundation from its development. Yeah, are we gonna have like a new generation of Zemurians that, that grow up with these? And we start having... Who would be would Nadia be? She would be a streamer, wouldn't she? She would absolutely be a streamer. However, it is undeniable that the resultant T-Phone born from the independent development system has significantly enhanced the quality of life and work for countless individuals. That's how technology works. Culture. Kowloon and Vegas collaborative film approaches completion. The highly anticipated joint production between Vegas Films and Kowloon Films. Oh, this was the thing that we saw earlier with Nina and Judith. Has been the talk of the town among cinemaphiles. It is now in its... Is that the word? Is it really cinephiles? It just means people who are crazy about cinema, I believe. Is now in its final filming stages. The pivotal scenes have been under the lens in Messeldam for several days. The film represents a unique collaboration between Requiem for Wolves and Golden Blood, featuring Nina Fenley, sus Nina, and Judith Ranster, best waifu of the game, as the lead heroines from both movies. This groundbreaking project marks the first time Nina and Judith have shared the screen, generating substantial anticipation within the industry. Yeah, that's pretty big. When you have the two top actresses doing one giant collab together in form of like a crazy flick, that's gonna generate a lot of buzz and a lot of hype, because the expectations for it are gonna be crazy. If it is not literally the best thing ever, people will be disappointed. I can already see the arguments forming on Zemurian Reddit. On the inaugural day of filming in Messeldam, we had the privilege of interviewing both Nina and Judith, who shared their thoughts and enthusiasm with their fans. Here are their heartfelt messages. Here's Judith's. Thank you all for your unwavering support. I'm thrilled to be collaborating with Nina, not only as a colleague, but as a friend. My character Zoe will become intertwined with Michelle's life. Please look forward to this dramatic journey. Judith pulling out the classic YouTuber scripting PR statement. Nina Fenley, I am truly honored to portray the lead role alongside Judith in a production of this caliber. This film will unveil a fresh facet of Michelle's character, allowing us to delve even deeper into her persona. To deliver this drama to its fullest potential, I will invest my all in portraying Michelle. Got my eye on you. There's probably some kind of tiny tidbit of truth into your real identity in this paragraph here. Society section. 3 months after Almata's demise, the state of the Republic's security. It has been 3 months since the eradication of Almata, a nefarious organization that left an indelible mark on the Republic's underworld through unprecedented acts of inhumanity. I know what that word is. From Nayuta, one of the tracks is called like Indelible Feelings or something. And I looked that up because I was like, what does that mean? With the disappearance of this organization, a major contributor to the deterioration of public order, we must assess how the Republic's security landscape and crime rates have evolved. Yeah. As technology increases, the amount of different ways people can commit crimes also increases. In Edith, the capital, Almata affiliates and gang members, primarily composed of youths employed as subordinates last year, have been apprehended. Paradoxically, while large-scale organized crime has diminished, the number of small-scale gang skirmishes appears to be on the rise, possibly due to the absence of pressure from Almata. Yeah, that's kind of like a similar thing that happened in the Yakuza series. You had a lot of like small-time gangs popping up in various locations where like the Yakuza's power wasn't as strong as it used to be, due to all kinds of laws and stuff being enacted. In the eastern quarter of Langport, local reports suggest a shifting power dynamic within the underworld. Uh-oh, Heyoi's in trouble, resulting in a security decline and sporadic violent incidents that some see as acts of rebellion. In the western part of the Republic, the Duel family, an anti-social group on the decline during Almata's reign, is exploiting the power vacuum left in Almata's wake, making a resurgence. Duel family, D-O-O-L. Anti-social, I assume they're part of the... They probably back the terrorists that we saw in Azure. They're the ones that are going around screaming that they want Calvard to be ethnically cleansed, as they put it. Lastly, Messeldam, formerly Almata's stronghold, has seemingly shed the specter of fear and oppression. The populace exhibits signs of relief, and the elimination of illegal interventions by Almata has facilitated lawful trade activities. Well, that's good for the city. Tourist arrivals in Messeldam are steadily recovering as the once feared entity vanishes, leading to overall economic improvements. Yes, it would. However, the city's underworld, Almata's birthplace, continues to thrive, presenting ongoing challenges. Yeah, I mean, the people that are there would just swoop in to take Almata's place. Tourism. Escape winter's chill. A tropical resort sphere getaway. Oh, yes, please. I want to go to a tropical resort. Soak in the sun. Lay on the beach. As the temperature continues to drop, the allure of a warm, sun-soaked vacation becomes irresistible. For those seeking a southern escape, we present a selection of tropical resorts garnering considerable attention. Yeah, there's this nice little island place called Asteria. We can go visit there. Although if your captain is a boy with red hair, you may want to have your life vests on at all times. Firstly, consider the Principality of Ixs. While it may evoke desert imagery, this destination offers more than meets the eye. Oh, notably White Heaven Beach, situated along Ixs' southern coast. Ooh, features pristine white sands. This picturesque beach has long been renowned for its enchanting scenery and refreshing sea breezes. Ooh, that sounds lovely. Can we get a beach episode over there? I feel like we need a beach episode. We haven't had enough beach episodes in these games. Next, venture to the Kingdom of Liberl. Yes, I would love to live in Liberl. Located in the western part of the continent, known for its relatively mild climate due to its southern positioning, with an abundance of mountainous terrain and coastal borders, this country offers diverse cultural and climatic experiences. Well, if you're going in during FC or SC's time, you might get some climactic experiences. Lastly, explore a resort area developed by the city-state of Valis. While Valis itself boasts a myriad of attractions and activities on its mainland, the city has set its sights beyond its borders in recent years, establishing marine resorts in the coastal areas and islands of the continental Middle East, rivaling those found in Ixs Aims' White Heaven. Interesting, Valis. Oh, it's a city-state. I was trying to think of where that is. So is that up north? It says it's a city-state, or is that somewhere east? In addition, its reputation for its top-tier services and expertise has attracted the attention of various investors and landowners who look to consult on tourism, development of their privately owned islands and mountains. Oh, they have islands? Is that the place way down south? Oh, well, it didn't say the whole place was an island. I don't know. I'll have to consult a map of Liberl and see if it's marked. Or a map of Liberl, a map of Zemuria. That almost had the same energy as when I said the continent of Liberl. Back in my Nico B Sky video. If any of you guys remember that. Perhaps your next vacation will unexpectedly take you to one of these dreamy private resorts brought to life by Valis. I think that's a hint. I think we're gonna have a beach episode. Oh yeah, I'm ready. Oh yeah, and then I went through the movie pamphlets. Oh no! Mr. Crop Muncher, no. Oh, that's so sad. Yeah, never give me the ability to collect items in the overworld. I will spend a stupid amount of time just doing that instead of the main story. It's just like, it just activates the dopamine receptors in my brain. Ooh, the big ones give 200. Ooh. And at that point, I'm just like, uh-oh. Oh no. There's little ones and there's big ones. I'm just looking everywhere. That guy standing out front, he's like, what is this guy doing? What's this chap doing? Oh, here we go. Yeah, I just checked out the portal. So Mirabella's about to give me access to some pretty neat things. Do-do-do-do. I love how it is like a login screen for like an MMO. Yeah, Marduk's support is now available, which is the background music that you're hearing right now. You can spend points to recover CP, you can buy items, you can change the music. Yeah, this is how you restore the fragments of the items that you get from spending the shards. So yeah, I got Van's bathing outfit, I got Swin's bathing outfit. Something called United Hair, I don't know what that is. I started getting like just all kinds of just accessories like sunglasses and stuff, which I did change everybody's outfits later on. Oh my gosh, there's a stuffed bear. There's a lot of fun stuff. Oh yeah, there's the weird effects. I think those were in Reverie, so they just carried those over. Yeah, they have In the Dawn, Now at the Beginning, Come on past me, go down. Marginal Crisis, Glittering Mirage, which was the dungeon theme from Reverie, Open the Shard, and Infinity Rage. There's not a whole lot that I had to choose from, but I get more later. Okay, yeah, here's where I look at all the different, like, this is all the DLC stuff. See, I was assuming that the records and stuff would be for the jukeboxes that we get to interact with. I was like, oh, do we finally get to like interact with the jukebox and change like the music for that area? No, it's for these areas. They have Dining Bar F, they have the police theme from the Super Arrange of Zero, Beyond the Journey, No End No World, Now at the Beginning, Class 7, they have a lot of pretty good tracks. Path of Spirits, Castle of the Saint, Light Illuminating the Depths, baby, Tree of the Farthest End. Hey, I even got a little achievement for it. Yeah, I even listened to it. I was like, wait, what? I was like, do I remember how this sounds? I was like, oh yeah. Oh, they have Dive Into Your Fate instrumental from the Super Arrange. They have a good little selection of tracks. What are the battle ones? Open the Shard. That's one of my favorite ones. It's just nice. Infinity Rage is great. Glint of Cold Steel, Exceed, Heated Mind, Bring Up Trust. Glint of Cold Steel is the one song from Nayuta. Burning Throb, which is my favorite rendition of that song. They have the Silver Will version of We Love Sword no Kiseki. That's a really good one. Super Range version of Intense Chase. Don't Be Defeated by a Friend. Oh, here we go. I finally continued with the main story. So we see the kid running into this alley, holding the briefcase. He's being chased by these thugs. They pull out these guns, and they're definitely from Zecht Arms, basically giving away their allegiance. And as to what exactly they're doing, yeah, we save him. He bows to thank us, then he drops it, and all the stuff come out. And Van is like, wait a minute. He goes to help pick up the documents, and he's like, wait, I recognize that image. Yup, he has documents on the Genesis. Very suspicious. Very apt music playing. He says his name's Luca, and he's come here to search for his dad, who's been missing for some time. Yeah, and then he's asking if Van will help search for his dad. Yeah, and then Van, surprisingly, is like, I can't accept this request. Yeah, and then he surprisingly says he should be better off asking the guild or the police. Even though Van saw what was in the briefcase. But I do think Van is in a sense, Van was in a sense testing him, I think. And so yeah, the reason Van didn't accept the request was because Luca doesn't really know anything about his father. He doesn't know about his affiliation with Almata. So Van was kind of in a sense not accepting it because he didn't want to bring Luca into that kind of stuff. Yeah, so Van is going to basically leave Luca here at the inn, so the innkeeper can watch over him. And we're going to go ask Judith's grandmother if she has any clues that she could offer us. Oh, and they have Nina recording a scene here where I think she's about to get yeah, kidnapped. What kind of training is she talking about? Grimcat's training? Because Judith definitely needs some stealth training for sure. Oh lord. I changed everybody's outfits. Van and Quattro, I put them in a suit. I kept Judith the same though. Yeah, Van. Spit it out. What do you want to talk with Dominique about? Yeah, so Van asks her about Almata's legacy. She's basically just giving him the deets on what she knows. Yeah, it's almost in a sense like some secret buried treasure. like a pirate captain hid somewhere. People are just going crazy trying to find it. Don't even know what it is. Or even if it exists. Yeah, and now we're discussing about how Zecht Arms seems pretty sus because they immediately moved in to Almata's old building. Yeah, and Van puts it together that the weapons that the guys have that attacked Luca earlier were of Zecht Arms make. Yeah, and Van is like, yeah, well, since Zecht Arms is going after the kid, that's probably his best bet as to where the father might be. Zecht Arms was founded 6 years ago. They're headquartered somewhere in the Free Cities, but little is known about them. They also market themselves as a private military company. So, in a similar sense as Marduk. Yeah, basically spelling it out for us without actually saying it. And then she just casually hands us a map of the place. Oh, she's cool. I like her. Hey, she's got experience. So, Van, you know what Zecht Arms is really keeping down there, don't you? No way. It can't be. And Luca's secret recipe? Ding ding ding. Got it in one. Quattro, you don't understand. With that secret recipe, I can finally learn Andaluca's trade secrets, concoct my own versions, and sell them on the black market for 50% off! Whoa! And then, when Andaluca's stock price plummets, I can swoop in, buy it all up, and then I'll be the owner of the company. And every day for the rest of time, I'll no longer have to wait in line. Those limited time sweets, oh, they'll be mine. All mine! Mwah! Van, are you okay in the head? I think he's just going through a phase. Oh yeah, and then we run into this side quest. Yeah, talking about she thought she saw an actor. Judith is like, she hides behind Van. And I believe this is the dude that was playing hooky earlier. Yeah, Judith gives him the look. Yeah, it's this guy. He wasn't at the shoots. It's the guy Van had to stand in for. Ethan Smith. He came to this city to shoot a movie. He was late today. Van had to stand in, yeah. He has a stalker problem, apparently. Yeah, so this guy wants me to go look for the woman that's stalking him and put an end to it. Because she's getting kind of crazier with, like, the letters and following him around and everything. So he's worried for his safety. Oh yeah, this was the part where I start putting, like, different accessories on, like, Quattro. I'm just like, Quattro looks kind of bland with just this suit. And then I end up deciding on... look at the bear. The bear kind of... I wish it wasn't, like, of that weird plaid color. I don't know if it's based off of, like, the characters, that it changes colors. But I saw the Edith... the Uber Eats bag. The delivery bag. And I was like, oh yeah, perfect. Quattro's gonna be... he's gonna be the best delivery boy in Calvert. Eating gelato after the sauna. So these... Oh yeah, Team on Yes, Team Elaine. Oh, the banners. Some of these banners are pretty cool. Falcom knows what they're doing. The Team on Yes and Team Elaine. Oh yeah, and then we talked to the guy's manager, and she's like, yeah, here's a picture of the stalker. And it's like, and we're just like, yeah, she doesn't look like a stalker. She just looks kind of like just a normal, like, lady. Like an office worker or something. Yeah, then we talked to this guy. He's like, yeah, she was just down she went down there. Down the stairs into the back alley. It's like, yeah, there were two women actually. It's like, oh, what? So we think the manager tracked her down. And then we end up finding this lady stuffed into this container. And it turns out, plot twist, this is actually his manager. And the other lady that we spoke to was his stalker. So when I got to this point, I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's actually really clever," because I didn't suspect a thing. Just the way these side quests are set up are really good. The side quests in Daybreak were really, really good, and so far the side quests in this game seem to be following that same trend. Like, they're really good, but like my favorite side quest is one that we haven't gotten to yet. Oh yeah, and Quattro is like, yeah, we can use the shard search function to run a bioscan on this one footprint to match the the ones from the lady's shoes. Like, geez, that's some advanced technology. Yeah, we end up using the footprints to track her down, and we end up finding her in front of the lighthouse. She got a knife. You're gonna shake him. But then it comes out that this guy was a scumbag all along. He used his position as an actor to manipulate this woman into having a relationship with him. Ooh. And then he is twisting the proverbial knife deeper and deeper by just speaking. Yep, he took advantage of her, basically. He's a big fat liar. You know what, Van, is there an option to just let him get stabbed? Ugh. Oh my gosh, and yeah, this guy he kind of deserves to be stabbed. Yeah, but it's not worth it. He is not worth going to jail for. Oh, how did I do this? Oh wait, I decided their fate with a coin toss. I thought that was the fun option. I was like, yeah, let's let fate decide. He reluctantly agrees to it. Van flips the coin, and yep, he asks her one more time. Yeah, even if you become a couple, where will you go? What will you do? He's obviously not in the right mindset to even be in a relationship in the first place. He just wants to sleep around. And so he's essentially, like, being a bit heavy-handed, but, like, you know, yeah, what do you want? What do you want to do? And she comes to her senses. She's like, you know what? Let's just drop the whole thing.
Falcom!
Bam! Yeah, decks him right in the face. Pow! Right in the kisser. She's Adol's kind of woman. Oh, that's the least he deserves. Yep, and the manager's like, yeah, he'll be penalized. Don't worry. So then she leaves on good terms, and this whole thing's been solved. Yeah, then Quattro was just like, out of nowhere, he was just like, well, with the case closed, I guess you could say justice was served. Courtesy of Edith Eats. Hashtag sponsored ad. Quattro, don't do that again. Oh right, then we get another request from this guy, Mr. Wilmer. Yeah, somebody graffitied his ship. And I don't know, man, it looks kind of cool to me. It's pretty, yeah, it is pretty elaborate. But he basically wants us to find the little graffiti artist, so we can talk to them and essentially get this whole thing resolved under the table without going to the police. Oh, and then we see these two guys admiring a different type of graffiti, but this was from the same artist. And they're like, oh no, we didn't do this. He's like, yeah, it's not just graffiti, man. It's graffiti art. Get with the times. It's just like, oh, finally, man. Oh, you could totally tell the message. Oh, oppression, down with the man. What? Then they get into an argument about what it means. Guys, it's art. It's subjective to the eye of the beholder, yes. Yeah, then they point us into a direction of another art piece. This was really cool. A raven soaring like up into the night sky with like the moon behind it as it's like melting. Yep, then we do a little stakeout, and come to find out, little artist. That's such an edgy saying on that jacket. People have to suffer because of love. Oh, ow, the edge. Yeah, so Van doesn't want to jump out now because she'll probably just run. Yeah, we get to do this tailing thing again. This fake lost judgment type of tailing. Yeah, and I was just like, high speed mode just through the whole thing, please. They just feel like such a weird. They just feel like a waste of time. Like they could literally just have it be a cutscene. Just transition to where we're already there. This just kind of felt like unnecessary padding. Yeah, this is definitely my least favorite mini game, if you want to call it that. Like, I get what they're going for. They're trying to make it more interactive. But it's just, with the way that the engine works and everything, it just ends up feeling kind of jank. Yeah, we're just getting all the info out of her. But she's like, by the way, what's your name? Her name is Kisara. She doesn't have any parents. She's an orphan. And she's homeless. So it's a wombo combo. And the big reveal, she's a stowaway from Northumbria. Hey kid, nice hair color. Oh, yeah, we do have similar hair color, don't we? What's with that dumb bag on your back? Oh, this? I'm Edith Eats' best employee. They call me the Deliverer. That's kind of a lame name, I'm not gonna lie. Oh, you doubt my power? I'm the fastest food delivery boy that they have. In fact, I have a delivery to make right now. You want to watch me make it? Sure. You want to watch me do it again? Wait, you didn't move. I told you, I'm the best there is. Well, wow, impressive. I know, right? Oh yeah, and her mother apparently told her of like the mysterious Grim Cats. So she looks up to Grim Cats as sort of this idol of rebellion, of rebelling against the man. Then we take her to Wilmer, and Van notices something sus about the guy. So yeah, he's gonna move her to the warehouse where they have the ship stored. And lo and behold, there's no ship here. Yeah, so he says that the paint so he basically says that the paint that she used ruined the finish on the boat and that it'll cost an extraordinary amount to repair. This smells like extortion. And so basically what he wants to do is he wants to basically keep her as his slave, making art for him that he then goes and sells. Yeah, he has an art dealer for an acquaintance that he can essentially shift the goods through to him, basically strong-arming her. I'll make sure you're fed and watered, treating her like a freaking plant. Jesus, dude. She's a kid. Yeah, then Van's like, sorry, bro, that's not gonna happen. Oh yeah, he didn't do a cool, like, superhero entrance. He just kind of walked in the front door. Yeah, if it didn't hold any value, why would he want her to make art for him so that he could sell it? Like, yeah, he's just lying. Oh? Judith knows that this guy Judith knows this guy through her Phantom Thief work. Van kind of gives Judith a look, and she's like, alright. All of a sudden, boom! Now, I didn't know that putting the glasses on Judith would make it so that her mask doesn't exist. This scene was kind of funny. Because it's like she's supposed to have the mask on to hide her identity, but it's like she's literally wearing the same glasses she was a few seconds ago. She's like, yeah, I've come to steal the treasure. Oh, look, oh, she's gone. Target successfully stolen. Yeah, but Kisari gets to meet her idol. She's like, whoa, wait, what? Wait, no, this is going by too fast, like me with the Sky remake. Like, hold on, what do you mean it's just here? Oh no, his mentor was Yoshi. He's a professional tax evader. What else did he do, huh? Take his ledger and leak the details across the continent. A secret door on your bookshelf that opens with a key card. She knows everything about him. What kind of juicy things does he have in that ledger? He's like, oh, no, wait. Fine, you can just take her. Not good enough. Say it like you mean it. You have to be genuine, bro. And then she picks her up. She's like, that's fine. It's good enough. Au revoir. I guess you could say, justice? Quattro, I swear to Adios if you was like a decadent strawberry gelatin. Brought to you by Paulette of Montmartre herself. Best served ice cold. Alright, you know what, Quattro? Now you're speaking my language. High five, Quattro. Yeah! This side quest was great. I love this side quest. We get a little stowaway from North Ambria. She makes cool graffiti. Tries to get abducted by some weird dude. Sell her stuff on the black market. Quattro gets to bust out the quote that he's been wanting to ever since he put on the bag. He's like, oh, I can just feel it in my bones. Judith got to be cool. Kisara got to meet her hero, learn a valuable life lesson. I love it when things work out.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Judith is like, oh hey, Grimcats wanted me to tell you something. Yep, now she actually has a future to think about. Something to look forward to. This might be my favorite quest, my favorite side quest so far in the game. Is there any side quest that tops this one? This one was kind of awesome. I loved it. We got to see Grimcats in action, put some old guy in his place. We all learned a valuable life lesson. Oh, it was great. Oh, here we go. We get to break into Zecht Arms. Yeah, so something fuzzy happened on the security camera. They're like, what happened? I don't know. Ooh, this music is kind of nice. I forgot to take the glasses off of Judith again, so... Yep, here's our infiltration. Boom. Oh yeah, I forgot this. It even has like some kind of like backing vocal track to it. This music really reminded me. I got like I got Astral Chain flashbacks. Just when those vocals kicked in, I was like, oh whoa. But then this part kicks in, and I'm like, oh wait, is this Singa? This sounds like Singa instrumentation. It sounds like the same violin instrumentation that one of the Langport songs that he did. It sounds like that exact same like VST plugin. I think it's a VST. It doesn't sound like. I mean, I guess it could be a real violin or whatever string instrument it is. Yeah, we get a new mini game where we get to control the Theo. We get to like go through these James Bond style, these like laser wires. It's kind of cool. It's better than the tailing minigame, even though it's literally just go down this corridor and avoid the line of sight of the wires. Like, it's simple, but it does the job. It does what it sets out to do. Yeah, then they have this massive underground area filled with just robots and dogs and all kinds of stuff. Oh no! Mare died. Oh, no, never mind. Analyze that barrier! Yeah! Lloyd would be proud. We got an alternate version of a hollow core. I think this one is like, it's slightly stronger in terms of stats. But I think the alter versions always have some kind of like negative drawback to them. I'm sure I could just look at the wiki and it would tell me, but eh. Alright, Quattro, it's all on you. Hack in there, get their info. Look how big Zeros is. Wait, this is the secret recipe? No, Van. Custom-made weapons, their official... A needle gun and machine gauntlets, yep, commissioned by Almata's executives. Yeah, so they're developing not just weapons of war, but they're going even beyond that. So they bought this place in hopes that it had info on the reactor weapon that Almata ended up using. Yeah, they are basically hyenas. Yeah, these guys will literally do anything. Nothing is beyond their power. Oh my gosh. She's here. Crazy lady. Everyone's favorite song comes on. I do not remember her. Oh gosh. She's so crazy. Yeah, she's the head scientist of this facility. Zecht Arms Development Chief, Rosalie. Okay, see, this song, it's not that bad. Hot take, I don't think it's that bad. I just think it's the beginning, like, 30 seconds of it. When it kicks in, and you get that bit of grunge to it, I think it's not bad. I really do think it's just that beginning weird mechanical type of sound. You ready to face the music? Oh, we're already facing it. So yeah, she sicks all her Jaeger guys on us. Oh, and of course they always have some kind of contingency plan. Jeez. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna casually release poisonous gas. Oh, yep, and they've already been dealt with. That won't be necessary intensifies. Two very familiar voices. And who is it? Yeah, it is Little Monsters. Celis and Leon. Yeah, but then she's like, oh, everyone prepare yourself. I have one final trump card. And Celis is just like, unimpressed. She's like, what? She clicks the button and then a door opens and she runs through the door. Neom! She pulls a Gilbert. Yeah, she is absolutely female Gilbert. Oh gosh. And Celis is like, you little prick. Kicking the door. I would not be surprised if she could kick that door down. Oh, she really is just that stereotypical type of villain that just loves announcing everything, going into detail about all their stuff. She's like, oh yes, you'll never get me. And they're like, oh well, all the evidence is over on this side. Yeah, we could just leave all this stuff here. Why don't we just destroy it for the sake of the world? Yes. She's like, wait, no. Wait, what are you doing to my information? What are you doing to my research? I wonder how Zecht Arms would compare to the cult, DG cult. Yep, this lady is our new girl failure. Except she's a bad guy this time. And then Quattro is just like, it's time to make an express delivery to Gehenna. Bam! Oh yeah, everything's deleted. Getting all your hard drives and stuff corrupted. Oh, bro, you never recover from that situation. And of course, Judith had to leave her calling card. I miss Blue Blanc. When do we get him back? So yeah, we get info on the kid's dad. We're discussing things with Celis and Leon. Robin Glasgow, 43, male, born and raised in a poor family in Messeldam. By the time he entered his teens, he was working as a menial laborer, but eventually began earning money as an errand boy for drug dealers. 1182, he joined Almata, newly formed mafia, and has been in charge of managing and procuring materials. Ever since Almata set up their headquarters, he has remained in contact with their top brass. Despite being little more than a grunt, he wasn't purged along with the rest after Gerard became the leader. Instead, he became gaining a great deal of trust as a longtime member. He never revealed his true job to his family, opting to tell his wife he was a day laborer. Furthermore, now that all of Almata's members have been apprehended, he remains as the only remnant whose whereabouts are still unknown. So yeah, despite being just a random jobber, he was the most important random jobber. According to detailed analysis, Almata called that part the final key, the Crimson Fragment. Given the circumstances, it's highly likely that it's Almata's legacy and that he took it with him. It could be an artifact, but Chief Rosalie's guess is that it's probably Genesis. Yeah, with a name like that, it does kind of sound artifact-y. Yeah, and then Rion essentially says that he can use his church powers to detect hidden passageways, somehow. And that his most likely place of escape would be in the club. Because that's the most likely place to have some kind of, like, secret passageway. Unfortunately... Yeah, of course I had to run around as Celis. You crazy? Unfortunately, I tried taking them into the garden. They're not officially part of our party yet. They're just guest characters for this segment, so I can't play as them in the garden, so that sucked. Hopefully later. Oh, here's where I ran back into Zecht Arms, because it's the only place you can actually fight enemies, at least as of right now, without progressing the main story. So I was just checking out all of her different crafts. She yells, her yells are so powerful, it causes flames to erupt from around her. That's so cool, man. That's hot. Which one did I choose? Frigid Pain. Oh, so he like... Yeah, so his rapier is essentially... I'm being eaten alive. His rapier extends sort of like, sort of the Templar swords. And it gives Judith's weapon in a sense, too. It's cool. She's fire-based, and he's ice-based, and he threw those things out like they were freaking shuriken. Oh yeah, and then I forgot, I went back into the garden, and I did the second floor. These two bosses sucked. Not only did they have like a lot of, not only did they hit like a wide area with their crafts, but for their arts, they have like no wait time whatsoever. So they get to charge their art and then immediately, boom, launch it the next turn. And it did a ton of damage, even with like pretty good usage of shield, even using shield. Oh yeah, here it is. Yeah, they activate it, and then they don't even have to wait. They have zero delay with arts, and they got to spam so many attacks on me. God, this fight sucked. This was the hardest fight in the game so far. But of course I used the Grundle form. I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna activate cheat mode. Because this form does stupid damage. It does so much damage. It is basically your I win button. Oh, and then I finished it off with a combo craft with Judith. Yeah! Boom! Overkill. Get out of here. I hope we don't have to fight them again. I mean, I guess I will have to fight them if I want to get the bonus rewards for the second floor, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh, Swin was MVP, so I got a training stone for him. Oh yeah, everybody's dead. Oh yeah, we got to do a side quest with Celis and Riona in our party, so to look for a runaway kid. This side quest was nice, but we did get to extort this kid's POS father, so that was good. That was fun. But I want to know what his shirt says. God's something. I don't know. I can't read it. But we get to go to like a clothing store at some point where they have like all these different like shirts and stuff hung up, so you can actually read what they say. Because it is interesting to see the different like English language being used, but it's like the Japanese developers are inserting it because they themselves don't fully, you know, usually understand English or really consult someone that speaks English. So it's usually broken English, or it's like sometimes words are just put in there because they think it sounds cool, but it doesn't really mean anything. Like what was the saying on Fairy's jacket? Like words are fruits, or deeds are fruits. Something like that. It's just like, what does that even mean? I don't know, it just sounds cool, I guess. It's definitely something Fairy would wear. Yeah, so essentially we're taking this kid away from his horrible father, horribly abusive, drunk asshole father. And this kind old lady who runs the sauna is gonna take him in. Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't get to like hear an actual conversation. It was but we do get to look at the smug face on Van. Yeah. And then he signs the contract, effectively signing over custody and agreeing that he'll never do anything to get involved with his son ever again. It's nothing but to the benefit of the kid, right? In those situations, you always have to look out for the kid the most. The safety of the kid is paramount. And then, yep, we find the hidden entrance. And then he just, like, activates this thing. It's a purification barrier. It can dispel filth and bad smells around you. Interesting. I wonder if this is what Ein used during the Carnelia book when she was running through the sewers. When they were being chased by those Jaegers. I wonder if she used something like that. It didn't say anything like that in the book, but I mean, you know, the book was written long before a lot of these, like, Dominion powers were probably even thought of. So in certain cases, you do kind of have to retroactively, like, impose future rules and stuff onto past things. Oh, and then we get our first actual, like, exterior field dungeon. Finally. Oh, and it's resonating. Alright, Director Goach wants to get back to rehearsing. Dominique is giving Nina some pointers. And then all of a sudden, who are these people? Rosalie's here to follow us. Gosh, she's so crazy. Her and Gilbert would be perfect for each other, wouldn't they? Oh my gosh, Gilbert would be her little... Gilbert would be her little pog champ. Oh gosh. Dude, he just decked that dude in the face! The poor civilian! He just got punched in the face. Oh, you do not want to mess with Dominique! Yeah! Look at her giant guns! And they're loaded with fake bullets. Bro, do you know how badly rubber bullets hurt? Oh god, especially that many. She's insane, I love it! Dude, it's the rondo step. This is amazing. Look at Director Coach, he's like, oh my gosh, yes! I'm gonna use this for the movie, this is roll the cameras, get it on film! This is gonna be the best film of all time. Oh, I love that he always has his priorities in check. Before the Popo arrive. Oh? Then she pulls out a freaking missile launcher, bro. Boom! Dead. Oh, Rosalie's dead. I guess the dream team of Rosalie and Gilbert will never happen. Unless that was like a giant glitter bomb or something. Still, oh god, could you imagine all that glitter everywhere? Oh, and it gets you in your eyes. Oh, those things are like razor blades. Oh yeah, and they say that they managed to retrieve an artifact from the Genesis Tower. And as soon as they were about to bring it back, it disappeared. The legacy of Almata could be one of the artifacts, the artifact weapons left behind. Yep, then we end up finding him. He's just kind of hiding out here. On this shore here. Yep, and then the truth comes out. That it is related to the essentially nuclear bomb that was used to destroy Creel. Yeah, horrific is pretty light. A light descriptor to use. Yeah, definitely can't let this just slide under the rug. Definitely have to get involved at this point. I mean, it is good to see that this guy, he still has morals at the end of the day. Like, yeah, he does some bad stuff, but he's like, nah, this is too crazy for me. And then Oscalod just randomly pops in, and it was him that showed up during the earlier altercation with Rosalie. I at first thought it was Shirogane, but I was like, why would he be here? But this makes way more sense because Celis and Rion are here. But no, he's here to kill Robin, to essentially silence him. Which, I mean, he is technically responsible, in a sense. He's not directly responsible, but he was the one that carried it. He was essentially the courier that took that reactor weapon to Creel that Gerard used. I mean, yeah, but just because people are under orders to do things doesn't absolve them of the crimes of those things. Look at a certain point in time in our history where people said, oh, they were just doing it because they were following orders. It doesn't matter. But then we come to a altercation with Oscalod, so we end up having to fight them. This fight wasn't too bad. Oh, I got to see Celis' S-Craft. Biyama Midgard. Oh, seal of radiant flames, quivering within my soul's abyss. Become the moths of fire, consume the living darkness. It's a giant flame serpent. That's cool. That's so awesome. Also, I love how they went out of their way to translate some of the battle lines and stuff. They did it for the S-Crafts. Not necessarily, they didn't do it for like the regular crafts, but they did it for the S-Crafts. So I appreciate that. And certain battle lines like those. It's just nice to know what they're saying. It's a nice little quality of life thing. Yep, then we beat them. They agree to leave everything into the hands of Celis and Rion. The party which reaches the target first takes priority, and since technically we got here first, yeah, if their results satisfy him, then yeah, but if not, then he's free to intervene if he does not like the outcome. Yeah, and he's sort of impressed that they didn't resort to violence. It's like, oh, you're being very diplomatic. This. Alright then. Leaving everything to us. Because you have to remember, these guys are on the other side of the church. So they're kind of just doing their own thing. A vintage ornament produced by skill. It's a piece of the Genesis. Yep. Interesting. So yeah, this is the Crimson Genesis was split up into multiple parts. And we still don't know the full capabilities of these things. Yep, and then Van wants Glasgow to tell us anything else he can. There's a similar rumor of one over in Langport, so I know that's where we're going to be going next, for Act 2, I imagine. He has some documents in his house. Yeah, this is where they bring up his son Luca, and a very interesting event unfolds. Yeah, they're like, oh yeah, your son brought them over. He's like, what, a briefcase, what? How do you know my son anyway? Yeah, we met him yesterday. He was wandering around town with a suitcase searching for you. This is gonna be... He's like, huh? Yeah, we could at least tell him his dad's safe now. It's like, what? Wait a minute. What are you talking about? We met Luca yesterday. What do you mean? He's a bunch of documents in a briefcase. Was wandering around town with it. He's like, are we wrong? Yep. Oh. My son's name is Luca. But it couldn't be him. He's only 5 years old. Boom! Assassinated. Oh, I love Ix's freaking ability to manipulate bullets. It's so freaking sick. I take it back. Those two Garuda things were not the hardest fight in the game so far. Ixis was the hardest fight in the game so far. He is definitely a worthy member of Ouroboros. He was tough. Now, to be fair, I also was using Celis and Rion, and I'm not quite super accustomed to them yet. Oh, and even though it doesn't have much power, he still used it to power up the reinforcements he brought with him. His nickname is Light Bullet. That's pretty cool. Not only did I have to fight him, but I had to fight his powered up freaking archaisms. I didn't even notice that. He does a little idle animation where he pulls his hand out of his pocket and he does a little air gun. That's funny. I almost thought for a second I was gonna have to... But I was like, oh, he only has 4,000 health. I thought I was gonna have to redo the whole fight. But then, of course, Judith came in clutch. I was like, you know what? Let's activate Grimcats. Get a back attack on him. And then activate S-Craft. Boom. Yeah. Cheeky winks. Boom! Could have just ended it with her S-Craft, but... Yeah, and of course, I wasn't using my full power. He's really cool, I gotta say. His intro is really cool. I can't wait to see Jilda. His twin sister? Question mark? I'm imagining they're twins. Either biological or otherwise. Nice camera angle. Yep, and then in the end, we ended up getting it back from him. Game, set, match, huh? Yeah, so here's the revelation. So Trenchcoat Man doesn't even have the full Genesis. He's activating that Grundle form with just the core. So that's a very interesting. I don't think I caught that last time. Oh, he's very skilled. Yeah, we didn't even get the reveal that he's a member of Ouroboros. Usually they come in and they're like, oh, they tell their whole plan, right? Ixis was just here to grab this, mess around a bit, and leave. He's a good little worker bee. He hasn't spilled secrets. Glasgow's dead either way, so Ascalon gets what he wanted. Then Celis and Rion send a prayer. It does suck when, you know, people that are in that situation, they want to get out of that life, they want to turn over a new leaf, they want to start over, and they don't get to. Yeah, ended up telling his family. But at least his real son is there for his mom. Good kid. But then we get this sussy scene with Oscalot on the phone. Events have proceeded smoothly. I have a reason to believe the boy in my report may bear a connection to him. Arwood, maybe? So Oscalot using him for their advantage. Oh, Ixs on the rooftop. A few unexpected hiccups, but I reckon I did pretty well for my first job. Wow, yeah, he did excellent. I think he's talking to Jolda. The stage is set and the party has just started. Seriously, we're only in Act 1. Let's make it one to remember. Yolda. You pronounced it Yolda, not Jolda. Okay. So I imagine we'll probably meet her on the other side. And that's it. And we have a piece of the Genesis. Rank up to D. What did I get? Oh, that's right! Hello? Who was gonna tell me that apparently there's arts that have dual elements? Hello? That's kind of awesome! So this one is the wind and space element. C+, small area, it can seal and mute. Man, are these super as OP as I feel they are? But how does that work? Like, if let's say an enemy is weak to wind, but they resist space, does the wind element take priority? Or is there some kind of other weird, like, resist shenanigans that you gotta keep in mind? But still, I wonder how many of these there are, because that's cool. That's really cool. I wonder if there's going to be any hollow cores that come pre-installed with some of these. Oh, I can't wait. I feel like the gameplay of this game is going to be... I mean, it's already improved so much from the previous game, but now we're having dual elemental arts. That's cool. That's really cool. I can't wait to mess around with this. Yeah, and with that, we're finally caught up with all of Act 1, Side A. So there's still Side B left to go. So yeah, you guys will have to let me know, ultimately, what you decide, based on what I said earlier. If you want me to continue doing it this way, if you want me to change the style, and I guess we'll go from there. Things are ramping up very slowly. We're getting little bits of info on things happening. We're getting tiny little crumbs on their overall plans. Oscalot, of course, being super sus, as he was in the previous game. We still don't know the full reach of, like, what that side of the church is even planning. Because we've really only seen the church from the Gralsritter perspective. We haven't seen it from the other angle, which is the Congregation for Divine Worship? Is it Divine Worship or... no, because the Congregation of the Sacraments is the side that the Dominion's on, I think. I guess I could have just typed in Septine Church. Okay, yeah, I was correct. The Papal Guard is what Oscalot is the head of, and they work under the Congregation for Divine Worship, where the Congregation of the Sacraments is where the Gralsritter are a part of that faction, yes. Anyway, this video is probably super long. So I'm going to end everything here. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a like on it if you enjoyed it, and you're still here listening to me ramble. A very special thank you to all my current channel members and supporters over on Patreon. Anybody who wants to become a channel member and obtain exclusive awesome benefits, feel free to check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out!
Alright, what's next?